Is your spouse in the military? Are they away from home? Are they not able to see them, communicate with them? Do you worry each and every day? Well, if that's the case, this video is going to be very important to you. So hello everyone, my name is Autumn Asphodel and I am a coach to help you live your best life, free from anxiety and worries. In today's topic, we're talking about if you are a spouse of someone who is in the military and they are no longer around at the present moment. So I'm sure you will find this video very helpful. Having a spouse that is in the military can bring about a lot of challenges in a relationship. If your spouse is actively in the military and away from home for days, weeks, months, and even years on end, we'll be discussing some ways of dealing with this. There are multiple obstacles that come about when being in a relationship or married to someone who is actively in the military. One of the biggest is dealing with the time you have to spend alone. Do you and your partner trust each other enough and communicate effectively to understand that you won't cheat or enter into another relationship when you are separate from one another? Furthermore, how do you deal with the loneliness you face when days, weeks, months, and possibly even years go by without seeing your spouse, worrying each day and night if they are going to be killed in combat? This is not an easy thing, and for many people, it's difficult to make the relationship work since the separation, the loneliness, and even despair one feels if something does end up happening is often so intense that most cannot be in a relationship with someone who will be away for such a long time. So if it's not for you, you have to be the one to communicate with your partner about how you feel to find the best thing for the both of you. If you are alone much of the time, find some activities that'll keep you busy and your mind active. There is nothing worse than sitting down with nothing to do, worrying about things you have no control over. Let the anxiety and fear go and live your life the best you can. Use your time alone to reflect on yourself and your life to improve it even more. Find other people to connect with that are also in your shoes and have a spouse that is away. And you'll often make new friends that'll keep you occupied during this tough time. So if you do have a spouse that is in the military and they are away, that can cause a lot of problems within the relationship because ultimately, communication helps a relationship tremendously. And with that lack of communication, not just that, but with the lack of being able to be with one another, see one another, and to know that each other are okay, that can cause a lot of problems within the relationship. But here's what you always have to remember, that communication, while it is incredibly important, you have to have this conversation before they leave, that what may happen to them, because you never know what may happen. It may be your last time seeing them when they leave, so you have to be prepared for the outcome, a very negative outcome that could happen. It may not happen, it likely may not happen, let's hope that does not happen, but it does happen. These are things that are unavoidable, that you do not have control over, but you can't live each and every day living in stress and anxiety over something that you don't have control over. What if your partner does die when they are in combat? How does that make you feel? These are very real concerns many have that have partners that are away. You never know what will happen and when it'll happen, but it's a concern that is very real. Be sure to communicate with your partner as to what you would both want if they do not return home and are killed during combat. Many times the answer tends to be to move on and be free, to find a new relationship when you are ready. But sometimes you may want to cherish the memories you've shared with this person for the rest of your life. This depends on when you are ready to move on. Go at a pace that is right for you, since everyone is different. When your partner does finally return home, new challenges can come up, often mental health issues. Post-traumatic stress disorder is an extremely common side effect of being in a war. The act of killing others, living on edge as if you're going to die at any moment, and seeing your own comrades killed before your eyes leaves a mental scar that will not dissipate overnight. While the military tries to prepare one for this by making them emotionally numb, we cannot hide our emotions forever. So if your spouse was in a war, They could come back with flashbacks, paranoia, depression, and intense anxiety, and always seem on edge. They may seem different from what you remember, what you fell in love with. If that is the case, be there for them and comfort them and help them seek appropriate mental help. You may not understand what they are going through and the horrors they witnessed that flash before their eyes. Flashbacks, nightmares, even sounds and places can trigger these feelings. So be there for them when they need you the most. It's not easy having a partner that is in the military and actively away from home and in a war. Your anxiety may be sky high, worrying each day and night about what will happen. But take a step back and live your life, connect with others, and always be prepared for that what-if scenario. And when your partner does return home, be there for them if they have developed mental illness and PTSD as a result of their experiences. That will show you truly love them and care. Let me know how this works for you. Have a great day. Having a spouse that is in the military and are away from you, you may worry each and every day about if they are still alive, if they're going to be coming home, when you'll be able to speak with them again. This can cause a lot of problems within a relationship, but ultimately, you have to find people that you can relate to, that are understanding of what is happening right now. The people who also have someone else who is away and who may not come back, or even people who have lost someone if it ends up going that route. But always have a plan and don't stop living your life. Always have a proper communication prior to them leaving so you understand what's going to happen if they do not come back. What are your options then? Are you going to continue to wait? Are you going to move on? What is going to happen here? But ultimately, you have to be strong during this time because at that point, it's no longer in your hands. So, let me know your experiences with this. I'm really curious to know how this has helped you, or also how any of this information, you have related to in any sort of way. Be sure to check out the amazing merchandise over at Asphodel Shop for some inspiring designs. And I will see you all again very soon. So you all take care.